Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, once again here to Virtual Racing Network. Tonight we are here at New Hampshire for another exciting race. Again, we should have a great race. 21 drivers have made their way here. I believe it looks like we're going to have about 20 start. We'll see if all of those do start. But as you can see, we are in the countdown to qualifying here. We got 5.5 minutes to go. Before we get into all of the racing details, of course, we want to thank all the sponsors that have come on board here for this little mini series. It's only a few weeks, so we'll be wrapping up around January. First week in January, so it's not quite as long as the normal season, but all the sponsors that have come on board here for this, the general sponsors for this series include Global Building Contractors, Leo's Coney Island, and of course Dan Butler Designs. And you have your title presenting sponsor here for tonight's race. That is Iracing Drivers World. Make sure you check them out on Facebook. Just type in Iracing Drivers World. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, whatever it is iRacing related, make sure you check them out. Again, iRacing Drivers World. And, of course, on the broadcast side of things, we have a few partners that have come on board here for 2018. Those include the following partners. Walls Beard Co. Beard Balm. Make sure you check them out at wallsbeardco.com for all that Beard Balm products. Definitely some great stuff to check out, all natural and organic, different scents to pick from as well. So take care of that beard at wallsbeardco.com. SimSpeedShop.com, your one-stop shop for custom-made button boxes and e-brakes for all you rallycross racers out there. Make sure you check them out at SimSpeedShop.com. Northwest Racing Series, your official one-to-go sponsor here for tonight's race. They are indeed also broadcasted here on VRN on Monday night and Wednesday night at 10:30 p.m. Central Time. So make sure you check out that, as we'll be covering their race tomorrow night. Ohio IndyCar League, if you're looking to get into some IndyCar racing, well, of course, the name says it all. Check out Ohio IndyCar League. You can get all the latest information on that league at facebook.com/Ohio IndyCar League, and they are no longer just taking Ohio club members, so make sure you check them out and get joined in that club today. And, of course, last but not least, that is iBog, iRacing Broadcast Overlay Graphics, your sim race broadcast graphic source. If you're looking to get into broadcasting or just need to change the overlays that you have, maybe tweak them, or just need some overlays for streaming, you can head on over to ibog.co. We personally use them, and we are actually using them right now as new overlays are coming. We are tweaking on what we have here for VRN, so we'll be debuting those here in the near future. So make sure you check them out at ibog.co. That will do it for the sponsors here, as we have about 2.5 minutes left on the clock before we get to qualifying. Though we do want to go over the race details here for tonight. 90 laps is what we have here at New Hampshire. This track is not a mile and a half, it's just over a mile, so we're doing 90 laps, 95 miles here, so 5 miles over the lap. So we'll see pit road speed 45 miles an hour. These guys are hitting upwards of 125 miles an hour, possibly more around this track. There we go. Actually 150 is what we saw as we get long straightaways and very sharp corners. So we'll be watching that, but we are going to go ahead and step away for the national anthem. We will be right back here momentarily with qualifying coming up after your national anthem.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get that green flag in the air as qualifying is officially underway here for tonight's race here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We're going to drop down to their level here as we have John Van Rellis out on the track first. So we'll see what kind of times he is going to put in here for tonight. We also have Jameer Muhammad out on the track. Justin Spear, Alex Huffman, David Gainforth, Cole Day out on the track, Charles Hoffman, Craig Swartz out on the track, Jim Lockie out on the track, and Tony Rice. We'll be checking in with those drivers throughout, but we're going to go ahead and put up our ticker there as we don't need to know the interval, and we will pull up your driver bar so you can see exactly where everybody is. Looks like Mikey Neal out on the track now as well, so we'll check in with him as soon as John Van Rellis does put in a time, as Mikey Neal was our fastest driver here in practice. So we'll see, can he top the charts once again as the fastest driver here in qualifying, as John Van Rellis coming out of turn 4, fixing to put in lap number 1 right there, and it will be a 30.544. Alex Huffman putting in a 29.880. Mikey Neal out on the track now on the backstretch. He'll be putting in his first time lap this next time by. What will it be? Jameer Muhammad just put in a 20.897 as we'll go ahead and pull up your top 20 here in qualifying times. And Mikey Neal going to spin it out coming out of turn 4. He will have to go back out and try it one more time, as again your fastest time right now is Alex Huffman with a 29.880. Right behind him is Jameer Muhammad with a 29.897. He's going to come up to the line, and that one won't do it. 30.042. Charles Hoffman in third. Will he put in a faster second lap this time by? We are about to find out. And not going to happen. His second lap will not be faster, so we're going to head on over to Mikey Neal, who is just about ready to put in a time. And looks like that one is not going to count, as we'll see he'll have to come around one more time. Mike Taylor out on the track in the number 56 machine has not put in a time just yet. Craig Swartz out on the track right now as well. He has not put in a time either. So we'll see Mikey Neal coming out of turn 4. I do believe it is. There it is, turn 4. And we'll see what it's going to be. It is going to be a 30.048 to put himself in third place right now. As we'll hop over to Craig Schwartz, who's still out there. Just a note real quick, over to Mike Taylor, who just ran a 30.299 to put himself in 7th place. Sal Casey in third place now, dropping Mikey there with a 29.964. We'll hop over to Craig Schwartz, who just put in a time, 30.231. It's not showing him taking his spot. He might have scraped the wall in there, as that lap did not count. Brian Jones coming on the track, and we'll see here. Scotty Zerk went to 13th with a 30.841. So we'll hop over here to Brian Jones in that 45 machine, see what kind of time he can put in here tonight. Again, 21 drivers made the trip here to New Hampshire. We'll see how many of those do start the race. As of right now, just to update, as soon as Brian Jones crosses the line, We'll see. This is his first lap here, so we're counting this one. Justin Starr has not put in time. Roger Muth, not sure if he's going to be here tonight. Brian Dorsey, Mike Rigney, and Sam Crow have not, and they have 1 minute left on the clock to put in times here for tonight's race. Will they do it? We'll see. Craig Swartz ran a 32.774, but not counting that as the best lap there. So he will have to start from the rear of this field as a 30.076 for Brian Jones. He'll jump to 5th place as they're actually going to round to a 30.060. Still a 5th place time here for Brian Jones. What will his next lap be? As he has one more lap, and it's going to be slower. He's going to spin it around coming out of turn 4. We've already seen that once with Mikey Neal. We've heard a lot of people saying this car is tight. We've heard a lot of people saying it's loose. What we do know for sure is there are 19 seconds left on the clock. And it looks like Justin Starr, Roger Muth, Craig Swartz, Brian Dorsey, Mike Rigney, and Sam Crow going to be starting from the back of the field here. We know for a fact there are no EOLs here for tonight's race, so these guys opting just to stay at the back. We'll see. There is the checkered flag, so we're getting ready to get this thing started here for tonight's race. We thank everybody for tuning in here tonight, whether you're on Facebook or on YouTube. If you just have to have that 1080p, we hope you do anyway. It's over here on YouTube. 720 is over on Facebook, as that is all we're allowed to do. But if you want that high definition, crisp, clear broadcast, it is over here on the YouTube side of things. Thanks for tuning in. We're getting ready to go through the grid. We do want to, as always here, it is an optional thing. We are working on a lot of new stuff over here for VRN. One of those include brand new overlays going to be coming your way here, hopefully very soon. So, of course, that does cost money, and we don't just get it for free. So, right now, any donations that do come in, again, that is not mandatory, but if you do feel like donating to be a little bit more part of VRN, you can do so via the link that will pop up here shortly in chat. And of course, all those are going to be going towards those new overlays, and we have the second PC here ready to go. So we can do in onboard cameras as well as our normal stream. So we're going to be having 2 different camera angles coming here very soon as well. So a lot of stuff going on. That is just to give you an idea of what your donations go to here for VRN. But that being said, we're going to switch over to the race mode here as we're going to get this thing going. It is, of course, time for your Walls Beard Co. starting grid on row 1. It is going to be the 83 of Alex Huffman, followed by the 2 of Jameer Muhammad. Row 2 is going to be the 40 of Sal Casey and the 8 of Mikey Neal. Row 3 is going to be the 45 of Brian Jones and the 63 of Charles Hoffman. Row 4 is going to be the 37 of Cole Day and the 56 of Mike Taylor. Row 5 is going to be the 101 of David Gainforth and the 77 of Justin Spear. Row 6 is going to be the 91 of Jim Locking and the 87 of John Van Verellis. Row 7 is going to be the 21 of Dan Butler and the 31 of Scotty Zirk. Row 8 is going to be the 64 of Tony Rice and the 9 of Brian Dorsey. Row 9 is going to be the 30 of Mike Rigney and the 39 of Roger Muth. Row 10 is going to be the 17 of Craig Swartz and the 70, of Sam Crow and Justin Starr rounding out the field here tonight in that number 99 machine in 21st. That will do it for your Walls Beard Co. starting grid. And it's time to get this race started. Green flag in the air. We are racing here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. And it looks like we're going to have Alex Huffman scoot right up in front of the 2, and he will claim the lead here. As you see him jostling around there, we have your top 3 up on the screen for you to see exactly who is going to be finishing where. Here comes the 2 of Jameer Muhammad, shot out of a cannon. He's going to try to take first. Doesn't happen right now. It's Huffman, Muhammad, and Neal are your top 3, followed by Casey in that number 40 machine with the 45 right behind him in 5th place. And you can see here we got a different logo here in the VRN. It is pink here for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So a big shout out to all the survivors out there and the ones battling breast cancer right now, as it is something near and dear to us here at VRN. We are supporting it here for this month. Mikey Neal, though, on the inside, he's going to try to get by the two of Jameer Muhammad. Can't quite complete the pass, but he is right there on his back bumper trying to run him down if he can. Back up to the front, though. Jameer Muhammad has a run here on Alex Huffman. Can he get by him here on lap 3 of 90? And if we can go caution-free, we will really tick away some laps here tonight. So we'll see just how many cautions we will have. Let's go a little further back here, as these guys are really going very smooth right now compared to what they were running earlier. We watched a pit party going on earlier today, and these guys were going 4 wide at some point. So they are really taking it a lot easier now than they were earlier today. Let's go back here to this group, though. Oh, they're beating and banging there between the 9 of Brian Dorsey, and I believe that's the 17, and he got the 31. I'm not sure who that is. As the 9 go around, caution is out. Let's go back and take a look. All right, we'll see what happened here to the 9, as he had already got a shot to the back bumper from the 31. As we're going to get a close eye as to see exactly what happened. We'll go back right there. Shot to the side from the 31. And not sure, another shot to the back bumper, possibly, not sure. Let's go back here and take another look at that and see exactly what happened. Let's go to the blimp camera, as we can see if we can get a better bird's eye view of exactly what happened. We're about to see that shot to the back bumper from the 31 here in just a second. Right there, gets a run, hits him, and then he actually bumps him into the 17, and that is what caused that caution. So the 31 bumping the 9. So again, Scotty Zerk getting into Brian Dorsey, and then it got Brian Dorsey in that 9 into the 17 at Craig Schwartz. That brings out caution number 1 as we'll get back down to the track. Everybody coming down pit road from about 7th place on. So no surprise there to see some people coming down, some people stay out. But right now, we're taking a look. Looks like our top 6 drivers did not come down pit road. Jameer Muhammad, Sal Casey, Brian Jones, Dan Butler, Scotty Zerk, and Justin Starr did not come down pit road. And let's go here to Justin Starr real fast as we'll zoom in on his car, pull up that information for him. Started 21st, dead last. He's in 6th place because he did not come down pit road. I think that's a very good strategy call to get up here and get track position. It is the cleanest way to get through this field for sure, is to do it, of course, under caution. Don't come down pit road. You only have 6 laps on these tires. There's really no point. You don't necessarily need those tires yet, in my opinion. So we'll see if those older tires, of course, technically about 5 laps on racing. The rest are under caution. So we'll see, will those lap tires play a factor, older tires, laps on the tires anyway, play a factor into tonight's race. As the lights are off on the pace car, we're getting ready to get this thing going one more time. Caution number 1 is out. We're here on lap 7 of 90. We'll see. Will it be a lot of cautions? Will we have only that 1 caution? We'll see here coming up shortly, as we only completed 5 laps there before our first caution. We'll see, and you are definitely right there. No need to save fuel now. They could made it on 1 stop if they could have saved to lap 45 on fuel. That has gone out the window now. Again, I don't know if pitting now was a good call or not as the green flag comes back out. I think we're going to see another caution. I might have waited till if you had about 20 laps on those tires to come down. But again, the strategy calls are strategy calls. We got him beating and banging. It looks like the 40 of Sal Casey's going to get a little out of shape, but he recovers from it. We're going side by side racing here at the front. Jameer Muhammad is out front, but Brian Jones and Dan Butler still racing side by side to see who can get that. Sal Casey in the 40 sitting right behind him, followed by Justin Starr and Scotty Zirk. These guys are the first ones on those old tires. So we'll see here how this one plays out. So far, they are able to hold off the hard-charging field. You have the 31 who was involved in that caution of Scotty Zirk. He was one of the first ones, or the last ones on the track, the first ones to get past here, as he has fallen back to 9th place now. So those old tires not suiting him well right now. Obviously, with a little beating and banging going on in the back, those tires may be a little scuffed up as well. We'll see. Everyone's jockeying for position. But as far as old tires go, other than the 31, everybody else has been able to hold off this pack so far. So about 5 to 6 laps old as we got cars going around. The 63 involved in this one of Charles Hoffman. Well, let's go back and take another look. All right, let's see here what's going on with the 63 of Charles Hoffman. Let's go ahead and go up to the blimp camera here to get a good shot here with the 63. Again, that's Charles Hoffman in that machine. What happened here was it's a racing deal. The 83 almost gets into the 8, and there it is. The 31 again involved in the second caution here tonight, getting into the back quarter panel of another driver, as he had just got into the back corner panel of the 9 of Brian Dorsey. Now he gets into the back corner panel of the 63 of Charles Hoffman, spinning out yet another driver here in tonight's race. So pretty just straightforward there as to what happened, but the 31 involved in his second caution of the night, that is, again, is Scotty Zirk. Again, getting into the back of the 9 and the back of the 63, bringing out yet the second caution here for tonight. Again, I don't think it's intentional, but this is a tough track. It is very small, as it's just over a mile. It requires a lot of brake, a lot of gas control, and also they are going to be downshifting here if they are trying to conserve at all. So even if they're not, they may be downshifting here. But regardless of what happened, the 31 bringing out the second caution here for tonight. All right, again, while we have a break in the racing action, we want to thank everybody for tuning in here tonight. Definitely, if you're new here tonight, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the little bell to be notified of all upcoming events. And, of course, definitely hit that thumbs up button and like the race if you like the racing action here tonight. If you like iRacing, if you like these drivers, they do a heck of a job every week. So make sure you give them a thumbs up for all of them. As we have Randy Post here with us in chat now. So, Randy, welcome to the chat. We are getting ready to get this thing going one more time. We'll see. Will they go the rest of the race caution free? Probably not. We will probably see at least 2 more cautions. Maybe 1, 2. We may even see 3. We'll be watching. We're here on lap 13 of 90. And once we get to the halfway point, that will be lap 45 at the completion of lap 45. But right now, we are far from that as we are getting ready to take the green flag one more time. All right. Pace car dives off. We are going racing, and there it is. Green flag is in the air. We're racing one more time here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Dan Butler in second place right now, side by side with Brian Jones, as once again Jameer Muhammad is your race leader here in tonight's race. And looking behind Justin Starr here, they were 3 wide for a second, and we got people mixed all in here. No tires, 4 tires. I don't think we had anybody take 2 tires. We did not, so all brand new tires for the ones that did take tires 4 all the way around. As we have Mike Taylor to the outside of Justin Starr, and he is going to battle side by side with him. And you go further back here a little ways, they are still side by side back here and almost 3 wide coming into the corner, but they managed to sort it out once again. As it looks like we have a lot of beating and banging going on towards the front up here. Sal Casey is got a mirror full of Dan Butler, Mikey Neal behind them, trying to work his way up there, see what he can do with them tonight. As we're watching your top 5 right now are Muhammad, Jones, Casey, Butler, and Neal. Your top 5 after 15 laps completed here on lap 16. And here comes the 83 of Alex Huffman to the inside of his teammate Mikey Neal. Will he make something happen here? It looks like Huffman's going to get a little out of shape, and that's going to cost him that. And here comes Mike Taylor to the inside of Huffy. Can he get by Alex Huffman? I think he probably will. Meanwhile, Mikey Neal's trying to work over the 21 of Dan Butler, but almost gets into the back of him, saves it, and he will keep moving forward here. As we're going to go back here to Mike Taylor in the 17 and the 56 of Craig Swartz. Almost make a little bit of contact, but they keep it nice and clean off of each other. So good job for him to clear him right there. He should take the pass. He does indeed take it. And we'll see how this one goes. When it's all said and done, we will have a lot of bent fenders and hopefully not too many flared tempers here tonight. As there's your race leader right there, the 2 of Jameer Muhammad, Brian Jones running him down though. So is Sal Casey in the 40. So the 45 of Brent Jones, the 40 of Sal Casey running down your race leader. There is 1, 2, 3. They have checked out from the rest of this field right now. Even Jameer Muhammad's kind of checked out from them. You go back to 4th place. Then you get a little bit of a gap there. Then you go to Mikey Neal, and look at the group of cars back here. Mikey Neal, Craig Swartz, Dan Butler, Mike Taylor, all 4 cars right there battling side by side. And we're going to go a little further back here. And we're going to go, well, I say that, we've got some connection issues here for John Van Varellis. But look at this group going right here. This is about 17th place. So these guys are at the back of the field right now, but don't count them out. They're putting a heck of a battle for each other. Again, John Van Varel is having some serious connection issues in front of these guys. But Scotty Zerk back here in the 31, as he's having to battle his way back through with that damage from those 2 bumps that he gave to the 9 and to I forgot who it was now, but anyway, the 9 and the 63 of Charles Hoffman. So those definitely damaged his car quite a bit, so he's going to have to fight through that damage. Luckily, aerodynamics not a huge thing here, as he's getting passed by the 91 of Jim Locking. We'll see if he can get by him and clear him for the position. Again, that would be for 15th position if he could clear him, but does not. He's just not able to get by him, so that damage is not slowing him too much. But there he goes. Jim Locking will take 15th place from Scotty Zerk, welcoming back to 16th place. Back to the front here, we have a battle going on between Brian Jones and Jameer Muhammad. 0.1 seconds separating those front 2, as the 45 is going to take it to the inside. And we'll see, will Brian Jones get the lead? Not going to happen this time. And here comes the 40 of Sal Casey side by side with him. This is exactly what Jameer Muhammad wants to see right now. Let these 2 guys battle side by side. The more they battle side by side, the more he's going to pull away. As you can see, now that they battled, he gained a little bit, but now they've gone single file. They've reeled him back in. And here comes Alex Huffman and Mikey Neal. They're starting to reel these guys in too. So we have a 4-way battle for the lead. As soon as Mikey Neal can get a little bit closer, it will for sure be a 5-way battle, as the 40 gets hard into the back of the 2, and that will cause a lot of damage to both of those cars. And we will definitely have to look at that. Let's go back here, and I don't think we're going to caution. Let's take a look at that real quick. Here to Jameer Muhammad, as that was a hard shot to the back bumper. As we're going to see if we can get a good look at it. Watch the 40 here of Sal Casey as he gets up to the back bumper. And we'll see if we can get a good angle here. Coming into the corner. And right there, right to the back. It was as hard as we thought. He hit the brakes and then hit the gas again and right into his back bumpers. We'll go back up to live. Sal Casey getting the worst in. He will fall all the way to 4th place. That'll allow Brian Jones and Alex Huffman to get by. Jamir Muhammad, though, has that damage on the back of that car, and that having the damage will slow him down a little bit, as that's going to affect how much downforce he can have on this car. So we'll be watching to see, will it affect him in the overall performance, or will he be able to get in and get that fixed? Again, they do not have fast repairs in this league, so he will have to repair that manually. He will not have a quick repair. We'll see. Brian Jones running him down right now. What that did do, too, is that kind of separated our top 5. I thought we were going to have a really good run, but it has allowed Mikey Neal to catch to the 40, so I think he'll get by him here in the next lap or two. We'll definitely be looking. We're on lap 26 of 90 now, so we'll see. Will Mikey Neal be able to get by? And he does indeed. Mikey Neal will take 4th position from Sal Casey, dropping him back to 5th position. And now Sal Casey's on the defense here, offense now, trying to get back by, but it's not going to work. As we'll see, that's still a good little battle. We're going to keep an eye on that lead battle. We're also going to go back here a little ways to this battle going on back in here, as we have some really good battling going on back behind all of them. As it looks like Justin Starr is trying to get by Cole Day here at the moment. That is for 8th position. We'll see if he can get by him and lock himself even further into that top 10 finish here for tonight. And we're going to go a little bit further back here. Still some good battling going on back here. And actually right in front of them is we're having some connection issues. That is the 9. Brian Dorsey having those connection issues. Meanwhile, it looks like Dan Butler will pass him and take the position. And now you've got Jim Locking right behind him. And that is not what he wants to see, is that 9 blinking in and out. You don't know exactly where he's going to be when he comes back on the track. So you just have to do your best and hold on to a line and hope for him to not be there when you get there. But let's go a little bit up through this field. There is, again, the 70 of Sam Crow and the 99 of Justin Starr battling currently for 9th position. It looks like the 37 of Cole Day is kind of pulled away just a little bit. But also, speaking of pulling away, while we're watching this battle here, Jamir Muhammad 0.3 seconds over second place right now, Brian Jones. So he also has pulled away with a little bit of a lead. So our leader is definitely starting to pull away just a little bit. Not too terribly much here. Now it's down to 0.199. So Brian Jones is able to close that gap in. And the 83 of Alex Huffman all over the back bumper of the 45. And here comes Mikey Neal. He has caught that. So I thought we were going to go from a 4 to a 5 car battle for the lead. But with the 40 of Sal Casey getting into the back bumper of the 2 of Jamir Muhammad, that pushed him back to 5th. And he's actually fallen off of this group. So it is once again a 4-car battle for the lead. This time, though, instead of it being Sal Casey in 4th, it is now Mikey Neal in 4th. So there are 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th right there, only separated by 0.282. 0.7, now 0.683 on the track, 0.217 between the 3rd and 4th right now. As the 83 of Alex Huffman and the 45 of Brian Jones side by side, it's going to be Brian Jones that takes him on the backstretch, though. These two are really starting to intensify the battle here for 2nd place. Jamir Muhammad has got to be loving this right now, that these guys are battling as hard as they are. So we'll see. Will it pan out? We're on lap 33 now of 90. So we're actually closing in on the halfway point very quickly here. Just to note, since our last caution that we had, these guys have 27 laps on this stint. So we have had a nice long green flag run. And we'll see if this will play out here. We're going to pull up our caution chart. Two cautions for 5 laps, 58 laps to go. as we've had one lead change here in tonight's race. Right now, Jamir Muhammad has led 29 laps, and of course, Alex Huffman has led 4. That was the only lead change here since this race started. And we'll see. Here comes Mikey Neal to the inside of his teammate, and he will pass him for the position of third place. So Mikey Neal up to third in a podium position finish if he can manage to hang on to that position from his teammate. But now he's got to get up there and get by the 45 of Brian Jones. We'll see here. Will this one go to Jamir Muhammad? He has led so far 30 laps. Here of the 35 that were on, 34 laps completed. We'll see. Brian Jones still trying to make something happen, but just hasn't been able to make it happen yet. We'll see. Again, we expect them to make it about 45 laps or so on fuel. Keeping in mind that we have had a lot of people come down pit road already. However, Jamir Muhammad and Brian Jones, first and second right now, have not come down pit road. So if they can make it to lap 45, they will make it on fuel. It'll be very tight, but they can make it. So we're closing in on that as we're going to be there 3 laps away from lap 40. So we're about 8 laps away from green flag pit stops coming in here for Jamir Muhammad and Brian Jones. We'll see. Will Mikey Neal in third place, who only has 31 laps on this stint. He has pitted and got 4 tires and fuel. Will he come down and pit with the rest of these leaders, or will he stay out a little bit longer and hope for a caution to lap these guys and trap them a lap down? We'll see. It's going to be a very interesting green flag pit stop if we get there. If a caution was to come out around 42, 43, they would probably be able to make it on fuel even better. But we're going to keep an eye on those front guys to see when we get to around lap 45 what is going to happen, and if these guys will come down pit road together, or will we see the guys that have pitted come down, because while they did pit, I don't believe they're going to still be able to make it on fuel. As we'll look right now, pull up that caution, they can make it about 45 laps on fuel, 52 to go. So at this point, nobody can make it on fuel. They will have to come down pit road again, as Mikey Neal is going to get side by side here with the 45 of Brian Jones. Caution is out. Let's go back and take a look. It's going to be I believe the 40 of Sal Casey, if we can get to him. There it is, the 40 of Sal Casey going around. Let's go back and take a look. We'll see. He is by the 31 again. This would be the 3rd time that 31's been involved in a caution. Let's go take a look. And I'm not calling that one on the 31, I don't think. We'll take another look at that here. Let's go back just a little bit. We'll see if we can get a better shot of this one. This time the 40 was on the inside of the 31. And they go around the corner. And I think the 40, Sal Casey just kind of broke it loose. They were getting a little side draft. And the 40 of Sal Casey going around here, bringing out caution number 3, as we will go and back to live here. And everybody coming down pit road, no surprise there. We figured they would. They want some fresh Goodyear tires and some tank of fuel here, as the 31 is going to stay out. We'll see. Not sure. I don't think he's a lap down. So we'll see if he cycles to the front, but you can see there everybody is on pit road. All right, everybody comes down pit road, and when they're all said and done, Mikey Neal coming out first out of pit road, followed by Brian Jones, Jamir Muhammad, Alex Huffman, and Craig Schwartz are your top 5 here coming out of pit road. So you have a new leader. He will officially lead the lap when he gets around here to the start finish line. Scotty Zirkin, the 31, is officially 1 lap down now. After that, he is out on the track, though. So it looks like he will try and get that lap back, I'm sure. As we'll see where he is at the moment. There he is, having to let everybody by him. But Mikey Neal, your new race leader here, as he has officially led one lap here coming to the line under caution. So Mikey Neal, again, your new leader. All right, again, thanks everybody for tuning in here. This will be our last mention of the night, but we do have new features coming to VRN, so those new features unfortunately are not free. So again, if you want to donate to VRN, you can. We have a donate link in there. We also have Super Chat. Obviously, Super Chat does take a little bit longer to get to us compared to the link in chat, but it is completely optional. We just appreciate everyone being here regardless if you donate or not. So this, again, is our last little self-advertisement here of the night, you might say. So we do have some new stuff coming down the pipeline here for VRN. One of those are some new overlays that we're working on here to better the experience for the viewers out there. As, again, we have some just new stuff. We're going to tweak them, change them up, get some more information out there, and for ourselves, just to have more information readily available to ourselves, that we can relay that information to you. But we're getting ready to get this race started one more time. Pace car is on the backstretch. So give us your prediction for tonight's race. Who do you think tonight's race winner is going to be? Who do you want to be the race winner? And are those the same driver here tonight? We'll see. Mikey Neal is your race leader, opting to start on the outside. Pace car coming into turn 3. All right. Pace car about to dive off. There is pit road right there. Pace car makes the dive to pit road. Green flag is in the air. We are racing here on lap 43 of 90. Everybody's fresh tires and fresh fuel. Let's bring this up one more time. 47 laps to go. That is a very crucial number because that means they still cannot make it on fuel. They can only go a max of 45 laps. They are going to be 2 laps short of being able to make it on fuel, so we will have to make a green flag pit stop sometime. Most likely, if we go green, they are going to split this right down the middle. We'll definitely see if they split it down the middle, or will somebody come in early. But again, they need to try to save 2 laps of fuel. It's a stretch to save up to 45. So 47 laps, they will not be able to make it on fuel, as Jim Locking getting way out of shape back there. And that's going to allow the 37 of Cole Day and the 99 of Justin Starr to get by him, as they're really starting to mix it up back here. But again, they will not be able to make it on fuel here, as the 101 of David Gainforth and the 63 of Charles Huffman side by side there. Sal Casey, after a self-spin there, was side by side with the 31 of Scotty Zerk. The 101 getting out of shape, and David Gainforth collecting the 56 with him as he gets a little out of shape. No caution will come out for this as they're off the racing surface. We'll go back to the front. Mikey Neal, still your race leader. Brian Jones right behind him, followed by the 83 of Alex Huffman. And they are 1, 2, 3 right now. Woo, and the Krispy Kreme donut back there getting a little out of shape. That was, I believe, if I can find him, the 87 of John Van Varelis. Getting that Krispy Kreme number 87 machine a little out of shape, as he's got Dan Butler right behind him in the 21. They are battling side by side, trying to get to the front of this field, but we're going to go back to the front. This is really turning into be a good battle between the 45 and the 83. They've already battled multiple times here tonight, and they are just going to keep it going here for as long as possible. And we just opened up the chat here for Facebook. We want to thank all y'all guys for tuning in. I know we got Kez Bedford, Frank Harris, Paul Crumry, Kylie Stanton, Mike Peterson watching us here tonight. Paul, thanks for the comment in there. Definitely try to bring the best broadcast we can here on VRN, so thanks for tuning in here tonight. So again, big shout out to everybody for tuning in here. Yes, Mike, if we can have a caution, that should save you enough fuel. Single caution typically would be about 2 or 3 laps worth of saving fuel, so if not more. So if a caution was to come out and you opted not to pit, you could potentially make it on fuel. And we've already learned from earlier in the night that those older tires really don't fall off that much as far as speed. Right now, 9 laps in, their fastest lap, 30.236. Right now, Mikey Neal's running a 30.391. So 9 laps into a stint, where our tire fall off here, as far as speed, not that bad. So for our leader, Mikey Neal, so he definitely is not losing the speed. It may be a little treacherous coming out of turn 4 on older tires as far as spinning around, but definitely not the speed losing there, as we're watching a side-by-side battle here. Charles Hoffman in the 63 and the 37 of Cole Day. Looks like the 63 of Hoffman is going to take the position. Mike Neal, you are in the YouTube chat. We are also checking in on the Facebook chat, but you are here on the YouTube chat. So we'll see Mikey Neal leading this race right now. He's got a nice little lead, probably roughly around 6.633. And it's one of the biggest leads we have seen. Jameer Muhammad had a lead, but I think he only got up to about 0.4. He never had a 0.6 second lead. As Mikey Neal's going to lose that, a little bit of that to 0.533, but still hanging in there very good. And your top 3 have gotten a little spread out. But we'll see how this one all settles out when it's all said and done. As we're going to go a little ways back here and see. Again, they cannot make it on fuel from the rest of this race. They will have to pit under green. I would imagine if this thing goes green, they will probably split it right down the middle would be my guess. That's typically what they do. But we're going to be watching to see when your leaders come down and if that is the case, if that is what they do. As again, we'll pull up that caution chart here for you. 3 cautions, 8 caution laps, and there is the caution that nobody wanted. 4th caution of the night. Let's go back, as it's going to be... Oh, the 45 of Brian Jones upside down on the track. Let's go back and take a look. We'll see here. We're going to get one shot at this, and then we're going to go back to the blimp camera and see exactly what we can find out exactly what happened here. And, oh, big checkup from the 45. And gets smacked by the 83 of Alex Huffman, as then he spins like a top there for the 45 of Brian Jones. Let's go back and take another look at that here from the blimp camera, and you'll see the 45 really checks up, gets into the brake hard. I don't think the 83 was expecting it. We'll see coming up here in the next corner as where this all went down. We'll see, sorry, it's coming into turn 1 is where all this happened. As you'll see right coming in here, right there's the checkup, and the 83 into his back bumper. The 45 goes upside down. Again, I think he got into the corner a little hot, and upside down he went. Let's go back and take one more look here. This time, let's go to Alex Huffman. We'll go to his roll bar camera as we go on board, thanks to T&D Rustic Decor onboard camera, and you'll see what we're talking about here. It'll look like the 83 of Alex Huffman gets a really good run. That's not the case. It looks like the 45 did check up a little bit, maybe a little harder than he wanted to or thought he was. As you'll see it coming right there, the 45 checks up, so definitely non-intentional here by the 83 of Alex Huffman. That'll probably end the day here for the 45, as we are going to go back to our main camera as we go back up to live. I don't see a whole lot of damage to the 83 of Alex Huffman either, so that is good news for him. However, Brian Jones sitting on pit road, his chances of the win here tonight have pretty much gone out the window, unfortunately. Super chat, Mike, if you look right below where you type chat in here, there's a little money sign. You can actually type in a super chat and put you can donate with the super chat, and we can actually see it. It'll leave it up on the chat for a while, depending on how much you donate. And you can ask us questions that way, and we'll definitely make sure we get those. We try to get all questions, but you can leave us comments or questions, comments, concerns, anything you have, and we'll make sure to address those here. If you have something you want to see in the overlays, that's one way to make sure we see it for sure. But it's just a different way of leaving it out there. Definitely make sure we see it as it leaves it up at the top of chat for a while, so everyone, including us, can see it. But right now, the lights are on the pace car, and we'll see nobody... everyone has come down pit road. We spent the time watching that race, but nobody coming down now after this one. Looks like Scotty Zerk is going to be stuck on pit road here. He's been there for about 45 seconds, so he is going to stay on pit road. Brian Jones is back out on the track, so he has heavy damage. He got some optional done. He is 2 laps down, but he will be back out on the track here for tonight's race. We'll see. Pace car is diving off, and a little more onto the super chat, Mike. It's in there, but we prefer the Lincoln chat, as that is a more direct route. Obviously, super chat takes a little bit of time to process and go through, so we do prefer the other one if you feel inclined to do so, as we are able to use that immediately towards needs we have here for VRN. But enough of that, as we're getting back to the racing, as Mikey Neal gets the call down going, and there it is. Green flag is back in the air. We are racing. We now have 3 laps on the stint. Let's pull that up one more time. 32 laps to go. That is a key number. We can make it on fuel to the rest of this race. That would be 35 laps with those caution laps, so we will make it on fuel with 10 laps to spare. So we'll see. This is going to be a knockout drag battle here, as Mikey Neal leads the race over his teammate, the 83 of Alex Huffman. Craig Schwartz is currently in 3rd place in that 17, but we're going to go back here. Look at this group going on. As you got the 37 of Cole Day side by side with Justin Starr. Justin Starr going around hard into the inside wall. Caution is out. Let's go back and take a look. What happened here? We're going to go to the blimp camera. The 37 and the 99 were both involved in this one. We'll see. Side by side right there. So far, so good. And I'm not sure if that was a little bit of netcode there, or if they did indeed touch. Let's go back one more time here. Let's go to the 37 of Cole Day, if we can find him. Let's go to his right front suspension right here on this camera. We'll be able to see if they officially made contact or not between the 99 and the 37. Is there's already damage there? Here you go, right here. Was there officially contact? They're right there. They're side by side. You can see a little inside. And we're going to get a shot right here. And according to that, there was officially no contact between the two, as Cole Day also gets involved in it. But again, on our end, looks like a little bit of netcode there, as the 37 hard into the wall himself. He will be on pit road. So Mikey Neal still leading this race. We know he can make it on fuel. We are under caution, so we're going to step away for a quick commercial break. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, as the pace car has turned off the lights. That means we're going racing this next time by. We'll go ahead and pull your caution chart up real quick, as we currently have 5 cautions for 16 laps, 27 laps to go, 2 different lead changes. We've had 3 different leaders here for tonight's race. Jameer Muhammad, 36 laps led. He's back in 4th place right now. Mikey Neal, 23 laps led. He's currently leading this race. And, of course, Alex Huffman has led 4. He's currently in 2nd place right now. So, all of our leaders that have led laps here tonight still have a shot at winning this race. We'll see if they can do it here in tonight's race, as the pace car is getting ready to dive off. Pace car's off. They hit the gas, and green flag is in the air. We're racing one more time here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Mikey Neal on the gas pedal, and he is out front. Once again, he's got his teammate, the 83 of Alex Huffman, right behind him. Cole Day still in the pit road. Roger Muth didn't start. Brian Jones currently 1 lap down. Scotty Zerk 1 lap down. Everybody else on the lead lap, as we have a car going around. It's the 99 of Justin Starr. Once again, caution is out. The 64 of Tony Rice getting involved as well. We'll see here. Early reports are showing the 40 of Sal Casey getting in to the 99 of Justin Starr. We're going to take a look and see if that is indeed the case. We may have to take different looks. The 101 getting a little contact there between him and somebody. And let's go to the blimp camera here and see. We're going to go back and take another quick look. There's 1 second. And go to the blimp camera here, as they see him coming in, and again, you're watching the purple car there and that silver car behind him, 2 cars towards the back, and right there they go 3 wide. Oh, the 40 and the 64 make contact, and then getting into the 99. So I guess we'll take another look. You would probably call that on the 40 of Sal Casey for making it 3 wide there. Right there you see towards the back, 3 wide. He gets into the 64, and then he gets into the 99. So the 40 of Sal Casey taking it 3 wide, trying to thread a needle that just was not there. So that is indeed what brought out the caution here. And this is good news for Mikey Neal. He's only having to lead laps under caution now, as here comes the 31 of Scotty Zerk. Looks like he's going to get the lucky dog and get the wave around here to get one of his laps back, and that will put him back 1 lap down. So again, Mikey Neal leading this race as we're on lap 67 of 90. I don't expect anybody to come down here with 11 laps on their tires. Hello, welcome DP Games. I don't think I've seen you here before. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. So always good to have new faces come in here. We definitely enjoy having as many people as we can here. We try to put on a good show. Having a few cautions here tonight. We never want to see cautions, but right now that 8 of Mike Neal is definitely liking to see these just a little bit, because he's out front. These laps under caution are definitely saving those tires. While he doesn't need to save fuel, nobody here needs to save fuel. This is good news on those tires, because the less wear you can put on these tires under caution, the better it's going to be, and the easier it's going to be to push it harder later in this race, especially when you have the 83 behind you, the 17, Jameer Muhammad in the 2, Sam Crow in the 70. These guys are no slouches. They are going to push them as hard as they can. If your tires are more worn out, say, 20 laps into a stint and they're all green flag laps, that is going to make those tires really worn when it comes to handling. So these are definitely good laps for him to conserve those tires a little bit, cool them down, get some grip back into them, and then come back out come back out as we saw the 45 coming out, stay out and potentially not have to wear those tires out as much. Definitely a good news for him. Good news for everybody, technically, is even behind him, you have fresh tires too. So, fresher tires, definitely a plus. The lights are off, so we're getting ready to go green here one more time. Again, if you're just tuning in, we are here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway with a few cautions, but some good green flag racing. Mikey Neal in the number 8 car leading this race right now. All right, pace car is diving off right there, and we are going racing one more time. Green flag in the air here at New Hampshire. Mikey Neal getting the countdown. He is taking off very quickly. Here comes the 17, slides it in. That was not a safe move there. He gets very lucky that he did not get into the 38 anymore, and he did. The 17, or the 77 of Justin Spear goes around. The 99 of Justin Starr upside down. Let's go back and take a look at that one, as that was a nasty wreck. And we are watching here what happened. We're going to have to go to the blimp to see what happened here. You watch the white and orange car, the 77, right in here. The 21 goes up a little high, not too high. And right here, he has a little bit of a room. The 71, or the 56 gets into the 21, collects the 71. And there goes the 99 to Justin Starr, going for a violent ride here. So that is what happened there. Justin Starr, his car somehow still being able to run, but that will bring out the caution once again as we'll go back to our main camera. I'm not sure what we're looking at there. But right now, Mikey Neal still leading this race as the last probably, I'd say 15 or 20 laps have been under caution here. We'll bring that back up here. It seems like it anyway. We've only had 22 laps of caution, 7 cautions so far. We now have currently 13 drivers out of the 20 on the track right now. 19 laps to go. We're under the 20 lap to go mark here as we are under caution once again here for the 7th time. Yeah, we may have been having a little connection there. We did lose some frames all of a sudden. I'm not sure if it's on our side or YouTube side. We did lose a few frames. Good. It is good now, so I think it was on the YouTube side of things. Deciding it wanted to lose some frames there on us, but looks like we are good now. Good to hear from Mike that everything is good. We'll see here as lights are still on the pace car. We currently are on lap 73 of 90. We are in the 20 to go window. I have a feeling we're about to see cautions ramp up here in the last race. People are starting to get a little antsy. Mike Taylor out of the race. Casey out of the race so far. We'll see. We have about 17 or so drivers on the track at the moment. Cold day back out on the track, 9 laps down. So we do have a few drivers out of the race, but for the most part, everybody is still out there. Justin Spear, Justin Starr, 1 lap down and 2 laps down currently here on the track. Justin Starr on pit road. Justin Spear is out on the track. Cold day trying to catch up to the field as he has got a heavily damaged car trying to work his way to the field to catch back up. As we'll see Tony Rice going back down pit road. So he's been there for about 12 seconds. So he is going to looks like probably go down at least a lap here once we go racing. But Mikey Neal preparing to start this race one more time. Will we see another caution? I think so. I think we're about to see another one. We'll be looking to see if we do. Yeah, not sure. It's good on this end, so it must be on that end, Mike. It could be very well. But there it is. Green flag back in the air once again. I know Iracing's having a stutter issue. That could be kind of what you're seeing. But the green flag is back out, and we see some really heavy racing going on back here between these guys. We've got Jim Locking back here in a huge battle with Mike Rigney going on, as well as John Van Varelis. And we got a lot of beating and banging going on back here with these guys. We'll see how it all works out. Will it work out for everyone is the question. We'll see as we have Tony Rice getting up to speed here. Cole Day up to speed as well. And we'll see Tony Rice coming back down pit road, so he's going to bring it to pit road once again. We're going to look right in here. This is where the real action is happening. As, I think Jim Locking scrapes the wall there hard. In that 91 machine, as he's going to try to get by the 9 of Brian Dorsey here to take 8th position. And they're both trying to get by John Van Varelis, who currently has a 7th position taken up. And there goes Charles Hoffman a little out there. He's going to take it, but he will manage there. And here comes Tony Rice back out of pit road with a heavily damaged car. We're going to go back up here. Jameer Muhammad back to 3rd place as he gets around the 70 of Sam Crow. Here comes the 17 of Craig Swartz. Oh, contact between the 70 and the 17. And no caution. More contact between the 17 and I believe the 30 of Mike Rigney. And that will bring out the caution. Once again, let's go back and take a look. We'll see exactly what happened here. Let's go to the blimp camera and see the 17 side by side with the 70 of Sam Crow. Again, the 17 is Craig Swartz, and the 70 Sam Crow right there. Drives it in too hot, gets into the 70, and then tries to correct it, slams into the 30 of Mike Rigney. And it looks like the 87 of John Van Varelis is going to get involved in it as well. Yet another caution coming out here tonight, as the 4 cars involved in that one. Mikey Neal out on the track still leading this race, though. We currently have about 12 laps to go, if my math's correct. We'll pull that up, I believe. There it is, 12 laps to go for 8 cautions, 26 laps. Under caution, 12 to go. 2 different lead changes with 3 different leaders here for tonight. Oh, it's been an eventful night here. Quite a few cautions. It is short track racing, and we have already heard tempers flaring here tonight. Would be a very, very interesting radioactive if we were to play it back. We would have a lot of bleeping going on here for tonight's race. As again, radioactive would be very interesting to listen to say the least. So definitely short track racing at its finest here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We'll see right now. We have 21 people on the YouTube side of things, and I'm not sure on Facebook. We got quite a few people watching in there as well. Thanks for tuning in on both sides here for tonight. We're glad you're both here. And it's been a good race so far. We'll see Justin Starr currently 6 laps down now as he's back out on the track. Here to update, just to let everyone know, we currently have 11 drivers on the lead lap. 1 lap down include Justin Spear and Sam Crow. 2 laps, Scotty Zerk out of the race. He has packed it up. John Van Varelis 3 laps. Craig Swartz 3 laps. Justin Starr 6 laps. John Van Varelis and Craig Swartz are actually on pit road. Mike Taylor currently 9 laps down out of the race. Cole Day 10 laps on pit road. Sal Casey 15 laps down out of the race. And Roger Mood did not start here tonight as we are under caution. That is just a quick rundown here of how everyone is on the track. Also, just to note here, Mikey Neal, Alex Huffman, Jameer Muhammad, Mike Rigney, and Brian Dorsey are your top 5 drivers after 79 laps completed. It's going to be 80 laps completed here at the line. Yeah, there very well could be some penalties after this race. that are going to be issued. I can almost assure you we will have some EOLs for next week. We did not have any EOL penalties coming into tonight's race. Leaving this race, that's a different story. We very well may have some penalties issued after this and or some suspensions. Again, that is not our call. We have no say in it. But we will report that information to you coming into next week. If there are any penalties and or suspensions handed out, we will get that information from the league admin team and pass it on down your way here tonight. But right now, pace car has turned off the lights. Pace car hits pit road. Green flag is out. Mikey Neal on the loud pedal once again, and he is off to a really good start. Here comes the two, Jameer Muhammad. Those are three very, very fast competitors here. Mikey Neal, Alex Huffman, Jameer Hoffman, and we got a car going around. Caution is out, and it's going to be the 9 of Brian Dorsey. And I don't know sure what car that is with him, as you can't even see the number. Let's go back and take a look. What happened here to the 9 of Brian Dorsey, and who was involved? As you couldn't even see the number on their car. It was so torn up, as I'm not sure who it was. I believe, was that the 30 of Mike Rigney? It was. Let's go back and take another look at that real quick here, as we were trying to figure out who it was more than what happened. But here to the blimp camera we go. Let's see. You got the 9 of Brian Dorsey and Mike Rigney. The 9 trying to come in. Actually, the 9 gets into the back of the 30. And then it goes around from there. So the 9 of Brian Dorsey getting into the back bumper of Mike Rigney. Let's take one more look at that here. Again, if you look at the blimp camera, you'll see he almost gets into him there and then gets into him right there. So the 9 of Brian Dorsey getting into the back bumper of the 30 of Mike Rigney, bringing out the caution once again. And that's going to put everyone back towards the back here on pit road. Brian Jones has been there. Mikey Neal still out on the track right now. So the 9 of Brian Dorsey bringing out the caution here, as he almost got into the 30 of Mike Rigney once, checked up, and then just couldn't check up enough to avoid him the second time, and gets into his back bumper, brings out the caution. Now Mikey Neal has officially led the most laps here tonight, as we're going to have about 6 laps to go, maybe 5 when we get the green. Mikey Neal has led 43 laps. Nobody can top him. He will lead the most laps led here tonight and get those bonus points. And YouTube causing their little thing going on. But definitely, we've had a few cautions here tonight. Hopefully everybody's still enjoying the race out there. If you do, hit that thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe as well. Definitely, if you like the broadcast here tonight, hit that thumbs up. And YouTube on my end is having a little bit of a buffering issue. It's not on the streaming. It looks like it's on the end of YouTube. So as it's not doing it... for everyone, I don't think. Let us know if you're having any issues. It looks to be a YouTube issue. It has had a worldwide outage last Tuesday, so that could very well still be causing issues here tonight. Hopefully not, but we'll see. The pace lights should go off this time. They do indeed. The lights are off, so we'll bring that caution chart up there. You see right there, 5 laps to go. We harp on that number for a very important reason. We are past the point of no return. If the caution comes out before this race gets to the white flag, the race is over. Based on the 9 cautions we've seen here tonight and the aggressive behavior of some of these guys in the back, I think this race may end on their caution. Unfortunately, I think that it will. We'll see As I have a feeling we're about to see some aggressive moves back towards the back of this pack to try to get to the front. I hate to say that, but I think it's going to come. We will definitely have to wait and see. What we do know is the pace car is about to dive off. They are in turn 4. Pace car is on pit road. Green flag is in the air. We're racing once again here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We'll see. Will chaos ensue in the back? Looks like everybody got a pretty good start here as far as being side by side, so that may save them. We're going to go a little ways back and see what's going to happen. I don't think if anything happens, it's going to be up towards the front here. Here comes Dan Butler in the 21 trying to get by the 45 of Brian Jones. Those two are on the lead lap. And so far, so good. Let's go a little ways back here. And we'll see this group right here, I think, is maybe where we're going to see it if we see one. The 77 trying to make something happen. He's going to take them 3 wide. They're 4 wide at one point going down the front stretch. Somehow they all make it work. I think some people may have checked up just a little bit. As we'll see, we're getting Jamir Muhammad getting it to the outside wall, but he recovers from it. Must have been an ever very slightly tap as he is able to recover from it. I really thought we were going to see a caution back there. We did not. 2 laps to go here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. As right now it is Mikey Neal, followed by Alex Huffman and Jamir Muhammad are your top 3 here in the race. We'll see how this one all works out. Will we see a caution? Will we not see a caution? That is the question at hand. And right now, I don't know if we're going to. Craig Swartz on the track, stopped on the track. He is out of the race. Mikey Neal coming up to the flag stand. 1 lap to go. Presented by Northwest Racing Series. No caution will end this race. We are going to make it to the checkered flag under green flag conditions. Now, coming up to that blue sign on the wall right there. 1.5 a lap to go for the 8 of Mikey Neal. He just needs half a lap as he is coming into turn 3. Teammate Alex Huffman in second, and rounding out third place will be Jamir Muhammad taking 3rd place. But again, Mikey Neal bringing home the win here at New Hampshire, and I do believe he won last time we were here as well in the Xfinity. So what a run here for Mikey Neal. Led 50 laps, so led basically all but 40 laps, led the majority of this race. So definitely a good job here for Mikey Neal bringing home the win. Before we get to the post-race show, we do, of course, want to go ahead and get through your unofficial race results. And, man, it has been an interesting race here. To go over those results, so getting the win here tonight is going to be the 8 of Mikey Neal, followed by the 83 of Alex Huffman. And then we have, of course, 3rd place is going to be the 2 of Jamir Muhammad. 4th place will be David Gainforth in the 101. And then 5th place will be the 91 of Jim Locking. 6th place will go to Charles Hoffman. 7th place, Brian Jones. 8th place, Dan Butler. 9th place, Brian Dorsey. 10th place, Tony Rice. 11th place will go to Justin Spear. 12th place, Craig Schwartz. 13th, Mike Rigney. 14th, Justin Starr. And 15th will go to Sam Crow. 16th will go to Scotty Zerk. 17th, Cole Day. 18th, John Van Varellis. 19th, Mike Taylor. And 20th going to Sal Casey. Again, Roger Moot's not starting the race here tonight. That will do it here for your unofficial race results. We're going to go ahead and put up your results ticker on the top. While those scroll through, we're going to go gather up our top 3 drivers. We will be right back to talk to our top 3 drivers here in the post-race show. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, here with your post-race show. After an exciting race is about the only way you can sum it up. And coming in third place here tonight after leading 36 laps, that is, of course, going to be the two of Jameer Muhammad. Started second, you finished third, you led 36 laps here tonight. So first off, congrats on that third place finish, and just give us a quick rundown of what this race is like. We did have quite a few cautions and a lot of beating and banging going on out there.
Yeah. The first half of the race was fun. It was a lot of green flag racing. But the second half was a lot of cautions, unfortunately. I don't even know what's the longest green flag run we had there. I thought we might hit the time limit. Actually, it was taking so long, but it was. I had the lead there going into the lot, or halfway going into the pit stop, and I went in first, came out third. I don't know why. I'll have to look at it to see what I could do better there. But Mikey beat me out pit road, and Brian came second, and then I kind of lost control of the race right there once I wasn't in the lead. It's super hard to pass here. So and with Mikey out in front, he's going to be really impossible to pass to. So it was kind of survived there at the end, and there was wrecking all over me in front and behind side. It was just crazy. I was kind of fortunate to get out there unscathed with a third place. So I'll take it, and congrats to Alex and Mikey for pretty much doing a perfect race. No real mistakes I could tell from Mikey and Alex. So congrats to those two.
Well, definitely some great racing between everybody here. As always, we talk about, we try not to single anyone out anyway, but the guys we expect to see in the top here in the interviews, and running up front every week, and there's more than three, of course, definitely, but three of you here, obviously Huffman, yourself, and Neil, are three of the most dominating drivers in this series. We always expect to be talking to you unless something drastic happens. Tonight, nothing major happening here. You led some laps and ended up finishing where we would kind of expect you. Obviously we see a win a lot too, but nevertheless, a top three finish is nothing to be too disappointed about. As far as point standings go, it's going to help you out quite a bit. But that being said here, we don't want to hang up here too long, as it is a work day tomorrow. So that being said, any sponsors on the car, any shout-outs you want to give for people out there watching?
Yeah, thank Iracing Drivers Row for sponsoring the series, Global Building Contractors, and Dan Butler Designs.
All right, well, again, congrats on third place. Finishing one spot ahead, that is the teammate of our winner. That is the 83 of Alex Huffman. Led 4 laps, started first, finished second. So just one spot shy of the win. But that being said, it is your teammate that finished in first place. So obviously you'd much rather have the win. But if it's your teammate that wins ahead of you, does it make it, a little bit better knowing that it was your teammate that got that win?
A little bit. It's Mikey. We have a little rivalry between ourselves. I mean, if Mikey wins, I'm happy. I mean, if Jameer wins, I'm fine. But if I'm able to put home a decent finish and win a race, or just a decent finish like tonight with a second place, I'll take it any day. I mean, Mikey and Jameer, they run almost every one of these races they run away with. So I'm happy to at least beat out one of them. Jameer, he was coming, though, there at the end. I don't know if it was caution saved me or hurt me there, because I kind of wish I had a shot at Mikey without all of them.
Oh, definitely, it was a very close battle. You kept it clean here all night, running up towards the front. You avoided the chaos that was the back of the field. So, again, we had several cautions here for tonight. So, had it gone green more, you think you'd have been able to catch him? Obviously, the cautions hurt you, but if we hadn't had those, you think you could have run him down and possibly got him on just a green flag pass?
Maybe I was battling there earlier with Brian Jones, and I guess I got into him a little bit, which I feel bad for that because that triggered a big. Well, that's what caused all them cautions, I guess, at the end. But I I felt like I had some decent long run speed. Mikey, he's always better at long run speeds than me, but I was just hoping I could have possibly brought it closer to him near the end and given him a run for the money a lot harder than what he had there at the end with all them cautions, getting a good jump on the restart. So I was just hoping I could stay close enough, which I couldn't. He has his place figured out, and he tries to say he doesn't, but he does.
Oh, definitely, he's got something figured out. We'll see if he'll divulge that secret here shortly. But again, congrats on second. And we know you got some sponsors and shout-outs, so who would those be here for that second-place finish?
I got to thank Dan Butler Designs for T-shirts and things we get from our apparel shop. Our Iracing Drivers World for sponsoring this series. Justin and Dan for being the admins. I know they had some kind of rough nights tonight. Hate to see that. And Global Building Contractors for our Xfinity series on Tuesday nights. And you guys, of course.
All right. Well, again, congrats on that second place. And the teammate finishing in first here tonight, who we know has some fans out there cheering for him. That is the 8 of Mikey Neal. Finishing in first, you started fourth, and you led the most laps here tonight of 50 laps led. First off, again, as always, congrats on the win. And what was it like out there? I know we heard from you earlier this car was loose, and we saw you spin around in turn 4 a couple of times in practice, but you didn't do it here in the race. So did you learn something in practice that you carried over to the race?
I wish I could say that. I mean, the car was still super loose off of exit on the shorter run, so it's kind of tough, but, you just kind of got to handle it and not overdrive it, which obviously in practice you want to get the most that you can out of the car, and obviously that's what I'm doing. So, I was pushing it really hard in practice, just seeing how much I can get off that on the corners. And I couldn't really get off the corners as well as I wanted to. I mean, it really felt like you could, and I just couldn't get it. So, I actually was doing a little bit better, though. My hot laps were super, super good, and really happy with how the car actually felt. And I thought it was going to be really, really tough on the long run, but better on the short run. So I was expecting the car to be a lot better on the short run, and that's not really how it worked. I didn't really enjoy the short run car that much, but I really liked the long run car because once you kind of got further in, it kind of evened out. It was a little bit loose on the shorter runs, but it was definitely a lot tighter than entry than I thought it was, and that was really the only thing that I was just trying to figure out progressively throughout the race because I was just super tight entering, and I was figuring out ways to fix that, and I kind of got lucky with all the cautions at the end because if we had like a 10-lap run, I think I probably would have struggled a little bit more than everybody else. But definitely after around 15 laps, the car was golden. And, I was trying to do my best on that pit stop. I think it was around lap 40. And so I went as aggressive as I could. I went in and I stopped right away. And I saw Jameer ahead of me, kind of took his time getting his pit stall, doing what you would need to do it. And he didn't do anything wrong. I just was super aggressive on the pit stop because I knew I needed track position because it's not impossible to pass, but it's definitely harder to pass just because, there's not as much grip on the bottom when you're trying to pass somebody, especially because you can't really get a run off the corner. And then it also gets loose on exit. So when a car ahead of you kind of takes the air off of your car, it definitely hurts it. And that's why it's kind of tough to run single file. But throughout the night, though, the car handled really well, and I was able to come home with the victory.
You definitely handled it well, bringing home the victory. And same thing, obviously work isn't in your future tomorrow, but you do probably have school tomorrow. So we don't want to hang you around here too long as it is 9 p.m. our time, so not sure what time it is there. It's either probably 8, 9, or 10 if we'll get it out right here eventually, depending on what time zone. But I know you got some shout-outs you want to give as we got some people out there watching. Any sponsors you want to give as well, and we'll end it with you.
Yeah, I got to thank KM and PRN. We definitely have a lot of fun and definitely learn a lot from these guys. And I just got to thank you guys for broadcasting every race. Love having you guys. We got to thank Iracing Drivers World. They sponsor this. Luckily, we're able to get out here and race. And a series that I thought was going to be a little weird, but it's starting to come, and I really like it. I'm having a lot of fun. I also got to thank Gold Building Contractors and Dan Butler Designs. Gold Building Contractors sponsor the Xfinity Series on Tuesday night, and Dan Butler Designs, he creates all of our clothing and all that stuff now, so it's really cool. Go check out the website. Go get you some gear. It's awesome. Got to thank also Mom, Dad, and Elizabeth watching. Thank you guys. I'm really happy to get to race, so it's having a great time. I think Dan and Justin do a great job hosting they do a great job hosting the races, and I really enjoy racing. And I'm also got to thank all the viewers out there. I know I have a couple people in there who support me in chat, and I got to really thank you guys. Definitely love you. I definitely love going back and watching and having you guys supporting me throughout the race. And also want to give a shout out to Huffy. He had a great race tonight, finished second. Really proud of him. Also got to thank. I also got to give a shout out to Jameer. I know he's a new father now, so congratulations to him, and he's able to come home third tonight. And luckily, he got a chance to race. So I know we all three had really fun getting to race through everybody, and everybody did a pretty good job tonight. But a little bit cautioned, but we definitely had a lot of fun. And see you guys next Tuesday.
All right. Well, we are just about going to wrap it up here. We need to thank all the sponsors as well here for tonight's race. Those do include, of course, on the racing side of things, Global Building Contractors, Leo's Coney Island, of course, Dan Butler Designs, and your presenting sponsor here for tonight. That is Iracing Drivers World. And, of course, on the broadcast side of things, big shout out to all of our partners, which include Walls Beard Co., Sim Speed Shop, Northwest Racing Series, Ohio IndyCar League, and iBog. Make sure you check them all out on their websites and Facebook pages. And that will do it here for tonight's race. We hope everybody enjoyed tonight's race. We'll see you tomorrow night with the Northwest Xfinity Series on Monday night at 10:30 p.m. Central Time.
This copyrighted broadcast may not be used in any form without the authorized written consent of Virtual Racing Network. VRN would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.